All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you that you don't need some complex ritual or a far-off temple to practice real magic? What if the most powerful instrument of creation you'll ever have is actually, well, it's right here in your own throat? Today, we're going to explore this really profound idea that our voice is the primary tool we have for literally shaping the world around us. So, let's start with this beautiful, really potent idea. It's asking us to imagine that our words aren't just, sounds floating in the air. They're energy, they're intention, they are reality in motion. They're the threads we use, every single day, to weave the fabric of our lives.
And here's the thing, this is not some new age concept. Not at all. For thousands of years, civilizations all over the globe have revered the spoken word, not just as a way to communicate, but as a direct pipeline to the creative force of the universe itself. They really understood that to speak was, in a very real way, to create.
Now, what's so wild is how all these different cultures, separated by continents and centuries, basically arrived at the exact same conclusion. I mean, look at this. In Egypt, you have the god Thoth, who didn't just write stuff down. He spoke spells that literally held the cosmos together. In India, mantras aren't just prayers. They're seen as actual vibrational formulas that can reconfigure energy. The Greeks had logos, this idea of a divine creative intelligence. And of course, in the Judeo-Christian tradition, the entire universe was spoken into being. The pattern here is, well, it's impossible to ignore.
Okay, so how does this ancient magic actually work inside of us, right here, right now? Well, the idea is that we need to look at our throat not just as a piece of anatomy, but as this sacred portal, the very place where invisible thought gets transformed into a tangible, physical vibration that can change things. In yogic traditions, they have a name for this. It's called Vishuddha, the throat chakra. You can think of it like a vibrational forge. It's the meeting point, the bridge between what you're thinking up in your mind and what you're feeling down in your heart. And when those two are in sync, the words that come out, they're incredibly powerful.
And this slide really breaks down the difference. When your thoughts and feelings are in total harmony, your speech becomes aligned. It's powerful, it's coherent, it can actually transform things. But when there's a conflict, when you say something you don't really feel, or you bite your tongue when you know you should speak a truth, your speech becomes fragmented. This creates a weak, dissonant energy, something that can actually weaken your own vital energy field, your aura.
Now, this whole idea isn't just for ancient mystics or yogis in a cave somewhere. This power is active right now, in your everyday chats, in the complaints you make, in the praise you give, and, this is the big one, in the way you talk to yourself. The bottom line is, you are casting spells all day long whether you realize it or not.
And this quote just makes it crystal clear. This isn't just about being a nice person or trying to have a positive attitude. It's being presented as a fundamental law of energy, like gravity. The words you choose literally have the power to create conditions of life and vitality, or decay and death, in your world.
So here's the crucial point. Whatever you name, you call into being. So when you find yourself repeatedly saying things like, "I'm so weak," or "I'm just useless at this," you're not just sharing an opinion. According to this wisdom, you are actively casting a spell, a vibrational command you are launching against yourself, literally reinforcing that reality. Let's make this super practical. A really common negative spell is, "This always goes wrong for me," right? It's a statement of victimhood that just locks in that pattern. But watch the shift to an empowering declaration. It's subtle, but it is so profound. I am learning a deeper lesson from this experience. See? You're not denying that there's a challenge, but you're completely reframing your relationship to it. You're casting a spell of growth instead of defeat.
Okay, so we've pretty much covered the what and the why of all this. Now let's get into the how. We're going to go through 5 clear, actionable practices you can use to consciously activate this creative power that's just kind of sleeping in your throat.
All right, first up, choose your words consciously, like an alchemist choosing their ingredients. Before you speak, just pause for a second and ask, does this build or does this destroy? Second, create your own intentional mantras. These are powerful statements of truth you can repeat to yourself to literally reprogram your energy. Third, cultivate sacred silence. Seriously, it's in the quiet that you find the truth you actually want to speak. Fourth, align your body. A straight, open posture gives your voice a natural authority. And finally, number 5, and this is a big one, plug the energy leaks. Constant complaining and gossip, they're described as just draining your creative power away. So, as we start to bring all this together, the core message becomes incredibly clear. Once you have this understanding, it comes with a profound responsibility. The responsibility to stop speaking on autopilot, to stop wasting this amazing creative force on things that are trivial or destructive, and to finally step up and become a conscious creator of your own reality.
And this really is the ultimate purpose of it all. When you speak from a place of true alignment, your voice isn't just a tool to win arguments or to impose your will on someone. It becomes a force that reveals truth. It transforms energy, and it awakens not only yourself, but also those who are listening to you. Your voice becomes a living, breathing act of magic.
So I'll just leave you with this one final powerful thought. Every single word you speak, every complaint, every declaration of joy, every I am is an order you are placing with the universe. The quantum field, God, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, it's always listening, ready to manifest your commands. So the only real question left is, what are you ordering?